Hey man, let's go ahead and get the elephant out of the room. This show in question I'm about to talk about is created by Skyler Page, and although his name still shows up in the intros, he stopped working on the show mid-season 1 after a whoopsie doopsie. Whether the accusation is true or false, I prefer not to touch it with a 50-foot pole. That being said, I told y'all once and I'll tell you again. Clarence is the shits. Clarence is the fucks. Where else would you find a show with a fat autistic kid just living his best life? This is the show. What else do you need? A show with a chubby autistic kid with superpowers? Get that out of here. A show with big mouth autistic kids? Get out of here. A show about pure autism? Get that out of here. You know what? I just realized making fun of autism isn't all that funny. This ain't fucking 2016. Let me go ahead and turn up my comedy. Clarence is retarded. He's just a lovable character that brings the best out of people. Sure, he may be dumb at times, but he is just a kid. How old is he anyway? 10 years old? Alright, I take everything back. This guy's just stupid. Now, the show isn't just about Clarence. He got his posse as well. We got fucking Sumo, which is basically a kid interpretation of Steve-O. You remember Steve-O from Wild Boys? There's also recorded footage of him taking a fart tank and throwing up. You know that guy. You see, Sumo does what he wants when he wants. He's grown up with a dysfunctional family filled with nothing but siblings, and he's a full-fledged redneck. However, that doesn't make his character. He's just the wild boy of the group. He makes the balance. And also, I really love him because he reminds me of Ed from Ed, Edd n Eddy, which is a topic I'm going to get onto later on. And he has fucking weird animation errors. What the fuck? And then we have Jeff, the neat freak, Mr. Perfect himself, but nothing ever goes his way, which is hilarious to watch. His parents are lesbian. It doesn't add anything to his character. However, it was quite the sight when I first saw it. But seeing his life in shambles while Clarence and fucking Sumo just have fun it's the perfect balance. We have the dumb one, we have the crazy one, and we have the neat freak. Oh my goodness. You know what that means? It's fucking Ed, Edd n Eddy. I've been saying it since day freaking one. Ed, Edd n Eddy has came back to the 2010s and nobody batted an eye. Of course they can't compete with the actual juggernauts themselves, but they can at least try. The new generation can have an Ed, Edd n Eddy because God knows that Cartoon Network ain't rerunning that shit. They don't even got it on the CN app. Wanna know why? Because Danny Antonucci is Canadian and that is his baby. It reminds me of when everybody thought that Ed, Edd n Eddy was gonna get a remake and Danny Antonucci didn't have to say shit because everybody else defended him for him. It was hilarious. But back to the show at hand. Be prepared to see a grand cast of characters if you ever decide to watch, which I recommend you do. We have a tomboy, a dickhead, Charlie Brown, a guy who doesn't move at all, a waifu, my waifu. The list goes on. And don't get the feeling that this is just a show full of wacky hijinks every single episode. There's some wholesome episodes too. Some that feels homey, some that feels comfy, like We Bare Bears. See, we got stuff that involves the family, stuff that involves human nature, stuff that involves getting to know a person. You can learn how to be a better person by watching this show featuring this chubby dumb kid. All in all, it pains me to know that We Bare Bears and Clarence are gonna sit in the shadows of obscurity of Cartoon Network, where like 5 years later, kids who were born in that era will be like, you guys remember Clarence? That's because it wasn't controversial like a Uncle Grandpa. It didn't have 215 videos made on it like Steven Universe. It was just a show to be watched, like fucking Squirrel Boy back in the day for people my age. Does it deserve to be remembered? That question holds a lot of possibility, but it depends on you as a person. I'm definitely gonna remember it, and whoever was 5 when it aired and 5 years rolling by, they might get a kick out of it too and be like, damn, Clarence was the most underrated show of all time. But you already know who's been saying that since the beginning. Overall, guys, I hope the best for the storyboarders and writers who worked on this show so they can have a better future on shows that they wish to create, because that's what Cartoon Network is, the land of opportunity. Disney is too, but Cartoon Network gives a lot of writers and storyboarders a chance at creativity. Case in point, the storyboarders for Flapjack, and now the storyboarders from Adventure Time. Clarence may not have no redeeming qualities to be on somebody's top 10 cartoons. However, it captured me because it had a brilliant slice of life approach. And for that, who could ask for more? Amen.